There's lots of talk about AI's impact on self-driving cars, new and improved chatbots, and deepfakes. But there's another space being reshaped by AI that's perhaps more unexpected: national security. Imagine a National Security Council meeting. There's a new military advisor sitting in a chair beside the president. But this isn't your typical combat strategist, it's an advanced AI system. It might sound like sci-fi, but this type of tech could soon become a reality in the US. Chivvis and Jennifer Kavanagh wanted to understand, what kinds of impacts would AI have on national security decision-making? So they designed a hypothetical crisis scenario. China imposes a blockade on Taiwan, and US policymakers gather to quickly respond. The experiment led to some unexpected discoveries.
Well, when we think about the effect that artificial intelligence could have on national security decision-making during a big crisis, we tend to think that it will make us faster and smarter. But the fact of the matter is, that's not necessarily going to be the case. For example, when it comes to faster, the group that we were working with actually spent a lot more time deliberating when it knew that the adversary had deployed AI of its own, and this slowed down rather than sped up the decision-making process. At the same time, there was also a tendency in some circumstances to reinforce existing biases within the group, and also, even more important, to reinforce the tendency towards groupthink. That was because some members of the group, in fact many members of the group, were unwilling to challenge what the AI was recommending. And what that did was to lead to less critical thinking rather than more, which is what you want to have in a national security crisis decision-making process.
So how can security institutions make sure that AI works for them? Chivvis and Kavanagh proposed two ideas. 1. Policymakers should receive prior training to understand AI's limits and biases. 2. The US should work with other countries like China to develop norms that govern AI's global use. At the end of the day, AI systems are not perfect. Even the best have biases and make mistakes. It remains to be seen how beneficial they'll be to our national security system. But establishing policy to guide the future use of AI could help push them in the right direction.